talking about musicians and cool things and stuff. It's the Holly and Josh Show.
What is up, you wonderful people? It's the Harley and Josh Show. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome. How you doing, man?
Yes, happy. This week we're going to be talking about Article 13 once again.
So funny.
Once again, isn't it great? It's back. As well as some music from Polly Haynes. We've got Connor Nunn, as well as some old school music from Stratosfire. And we're also going to be talking about music as a business. Should we all be more wary, Harley?
That's a very good
idea.
Okay. I thought I was not prepared.
Yes. Thank goodness I can prepare now. Yeah. So what have you been up to, sir?
Wow. It's been a good week for me. I did Rock Project on Monday, and then I left you guys to it.
Yep.
I felt really bad about that
Fine.
because you survived without me.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Better, man.
It makes me feel less like I'm an integral part.
But yeah, you're an integral part. You're needed. But don't worry about it.
Yeah, so I had to shoot off down to the other side of the country.
Yeah. Down to the side.
Down to Devon. Devon.
Devard.
West. No. Yeah, so I went all the way to Devon to
work with BT.
Well, it was Openreach because they're technically different companies.
Oh, of course. So it's not telecom, I suppose.
Yes, no. So Openreach is the branch for the which specifically works with fibre optic cable laying and installations and stuff like that.
Right.
I don't understand it fully.
So wasn't it fun to be talked about that?
Well,
around you the whole time.
Yes. Well, I was watching the visual side of things. I was in control of the screens and stuff,
Sort
the
of
projectors.
AV kind of stuff. Nice.
Yeah, which was interesting. I'd never done visuals before. I'd done these shows before, but specifically running the desk, doing the sound.
So it was a conference.
Yeah. So they had, I think, 120 of their workers in to watch this conference, and these people were talking about how they go about,
installing or what?
It was more a case of, this is where we are with the business, this is where we're going, we want to know what needs to be changed. Generally, thumbs up, well done everyone.
Were you watching like the whole time, or was there just points you're like, grrr?
I was supposed to be watching the whole time. To be honest, I was lucky. I only did the show 3 times. So
the same thing.
Oh yeah,
3 times.
Yep, but I joined in on the show 2 weeks in. The guys who I was with, they left to go on tour on the 6th of January.
Right.
And they've been doing it since.
Wow.
Something on the lines of 17 or 18 shows.
Already, or just a week or something?
That's what they've done so far.
Oh my God.
Usually 1 or 2 a day.
Right.
So yeah, it was. I was like, I turned up really fresh faced and, ready to go, oh great, I'm really looking forward to it. Oh, it's really cool what they do there when they make the thingy work. And and the guys are just like, yeah, it's just okay. Well, but actually I turned up and I was the first day I was supposed to be shadowing because it was running a system I'd not used before, so I was there to shadow for the first day to do the job the second day. Yeah. Callum McDonald, great tech. He was there running the show, so I was going to be shadowing him. And then, because he wasn't there the next day, so I was covering for him. And I turned up.
What kind of venue was it?
So this one, these were all at like hotels and stuff. The first day was at a hotel in Plymouth. The second one was at a race course, a horse racing course in Exeter. In there,
because they got the fastest broadband. Blah 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 blah.
I'm not,
they probably mentioned that at least once, right?
No, nobody mentioned.
They need somebody like me writing this stuff. Come on.
there's a future yet. So so I turned up to sort of watch what Callum had to do, and he goes, well, basically you just slide this one up to go to that screen, so this one down to go to that screen. You got these 2 laptops there. They basically do the same thing, but if one goes down, you can go to the other. I'll leave you to it, mate, and walked off. And this was like 4 minutes before the show started. Like.
Okay.
And I'm like,
what?
that
Yes.
But it went pretty smoothly.
It's much the same as like when I used to do stuff at the Regent. It would be big touring bands coming along like Status Quo, Motorhead, and Thin Lizzy, and it would be that thing of like you'd turn up, you'd do the load in, and you'd be like, oh my god, this is Scott Gorham's guitar. Oh my god, this is Lemmy's bass or something like this, and then the crew are just like.
Yeah,
because I've been on tour with them for 6 months.
Yeah, it's just
not exciting anymore.
That's their office. That's their desk.
Yeah,
you know,
freezing cold and a pair of rubber gloves.
Yeah, exactly that. Tightly your next. Never mind.
Nope.
So yeah, it was great. I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of hotel restaurant food and stayed in many hotels.
Very cool.
And it all went pretty smoothly. Really, I was quite exhausted afterwards, but
are you going to be getting some more work like that? Do you reckon?
I should do. Yeah, I do
Nice.
work. I do work with this company a lot. Well, not a lot, a bit. I will be doing. I'm hoping to do more visual stuff. I think they kind of wanted me to do this job to see if I can do it and hope that I could do more. So hopefully I delivered. I was working with some really cool people actually. Our sound tech guy called Al. He is one of the I think he's the main sort of manager, organizer guy for Purple Rain Celebration of Prince, as well as various bits of musical things. He does a lot.
Did you have some people did he know some people that you knew as well?
Oh yeah, we met up, like we're talking about various stuff, and I said, "Oh, I'm a musician," and stuff like that, and we had actually met a few years previous, but like a passing thing. We kind of. But he was like, oh, so you know, so I was like, yeah, you know, oh, I know Bino and like all of these kind of people that were around
Hicks?
sort of back
Did
in the
Hicks
day.
come up?
I forgot to mention Hicks because of course he would do. We're being attacked.
Oh my goodness, we've been attacked.
We're being attacked
by a wonderful lady called Angel, ladies and gentlemen.
Crowd's gone nuts.
Oh,
Nice.
Is this a promo for your appearance?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I don't know how much you can hear a mic. Do you want
Yeah,
to
exactly.
Set
I'm
my
just going to
mic.
stand next to you.
There we go. Let's do it that way.
Yeah. So yeah, Angel, you're going to be joining us next week for some Independent Music Week chat.
Excited about that.
Yeah, it's going to be all
It's
fun.
almost sold out. The whole week is nearly sold out.
Is your show sold out?
Not sold out.
Oh my god, guys, get some tickets for this. So
Guys,
this
smile for the camera.
is what date is it?
1st of February.
1st of February. So that is the Friday. Yeah. So next
Friday's a good
Friday.
day for it.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Next Friday, Angel's playing with Monster Florence from
Nice
Colchester
shabby.
and Rye Shabby. That's a pretty huge lineup.
Good lineup.
That
Nice.
is
How
absolutely
did I get
massive.
that?
Well, because you're huge, man.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
I mean, you know, you're just you're hench in words.
Mention words.
Word hench.
Your word
Short-
hench.
Short name though. A&G.
Yeah, it's great. Well, that's great for posters and logo makers
Yeah.
because you can just be like, "It's ANG," and they're like, "Oh, thank you for not taking up loads of space," like JS and the Lockabillies.
Oh, yeah. Hey, it could be Oddball and the Shifty Twins.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
many. That's many.
yeah. We just shorten it to Oatst.
It's a Scottish band.
Yeah.
Oatst.
Oatst.
Harley was just telling us about. So we were talking about Purple Rain, the Prince celebration.
Yes.
So wait, so this guy was he was the tour manager?
He's their kind of main manager guy
the main man.
and does all sorts of
Gotcha.
stuff. Yeah, he's been friends with Jimmy from back in the day, and he's a Ipswich guy originally, even though he lives in
Weird.
Wales. And
It's
we
in
were
the
working
middle of
Devon.
Plymouth.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
that's it.
Small world.
The company is based in Suffolk, and I think that's where those tyres come in. But it's still pretty awesome.
So they still work out? Are they operate out of Martlesham?
Leiston.
Leicester.
This company,
okay.
yeah.
Oh, different companies. Sorry, different BT.
Yeah.
Oh,
Although,
Openreach.
well,
Oh.
sorry, Openreach do operate out of Martlesham, but the company I was working for operate at Leiston or something like that.
Right,
So,
right.
yeah, because we're a project conference company that works separate.
How did you get into that line of work, Harley?
I got a friend in the job in it.
Oh, mate.
Yeah,
Who you know?
it is exactly who you know. For me, it was Oliver from Oddball and the Shifty Twins. He works with them, as well as Joe Bowman,
Bo Joman.
Bo Joman of Blueprint, who also works with Hicks with Synergy and stuff like that. They're kind of part of those circles, and they need an extra pair of hands, and they went, Holly's free. And that's how that went.
That voice.
That is how that went. So yeah, that was my midweek stuff. Should we
Right.
go? Should we talk weekend stuff?
Mate,
Talk
talk
weekend
about your
stuff.
weekend.
Yeah.
Are you
I'll
leaving
see you
us,
guys next
Angel?
week. You leave us.
Yes. Oh, tune in next week, ladies and
Good to
gentlemen,
see ya.
because Angel
Next
is
week.
the dynamo
Awesome.
to bring there's some light to our boring conversations.
Bye bye.
Amazing. She's so cool.
Well, we've been celebrity visited.
Oh my goodness, she popped in. You can check out our shows on BBC Introducing in Suffolk every
Yes.
week. I think it's on Saturdays. No, it's Wednesday. No, it's Saturdays.
Sure.
They have live shows. Anyway, sorry, your
Yeah.
weekend plans.
So my weekend, I got home and had full intention of getting a haircut and make myself look pretty. As you can tell, I did not do
you
that.
did not do that.
No.
I can tell you, radio audience.
Yeah, I was going to get a haircut this morning. Didn't do that.
He's always pretty.
Yeah. Anyway, so I
Just do a Britney.
shave the whole lot off.
Just be like, meh.
I was listening to the "Hit Me Baby One More Time" vocal stems
Right.
on the way back from
Are
our
they
gig on
incredible?
Saturday. Damn, they're good.
She can sing.
Yeah, but like just the layers and stuff, the way it's produced is incredible. So Saturday night I was at the Three Wise Monkeys, as we spoke about last week, with Chart Attack. Now that was an amazing gig.
It's a great little venue, isn't it?
It is. It was absolutely rammed.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't move in there. It surprised everyone.
Yeah.
We were like, "Oh, this will be a nice gig. It's a
Chill.
nice venue, but it'll have there'll be a bit of a buzz to it because it's got that vibe, it's got that scene to it." But it was absolutely packed. We had people dancing at the front. It was great. They said at the bar, they were like, we weren't expecting it to be this busy because it's the week before payday.
Right, yeah.
And we tried some new songs out. We tried some really cool new songs
Nice.
that went down really well. So we're really looking forward to playing them some more and sort of getting them to find their place. Because there's some really cool stuff. I don't want to name the songs because
Yeah, you got to go to the show.
yeah, come to the show and you can see what amazing songs that we play. They are amazing. They are the best songs in the world. Not even a tribute. We play the song that Tenacious D wrote about.
Wow.
So yeah, we did that.
You need to see that.
It was great. Yeah, it was awesome. I can't even go any further than that. And then I managed to go see a gig last night.
You what?
I saw a gig last.
What?
So my lovely girlfriend, it's her birthday tomorrow. We should.
Happy birthday, Nikki.
Happy birthday, Nikki. Yeah.
Happy birthday, Nikki.
There we go.
For like either tomorrow or 2 days ago.
Yeah. or 6 months ago. People, you could listen back.
Yeah.
So, if
We're
it-
probably dead to some people that are listening right now.
Oh my God, to think
Right?
our voice will live longer than we will.
Yeah.
Maybe. Mind blown. Which it might be how we die. Let us know in the comments below how we died.
Tell us something mind blowing to kill us live on air.
Yes. So, we went to see En Shikari.
Oh.
It was amazing.
Where'd you go?
So we went to UEA in Norwich.
Oh, amazing.
And it was just, everything you expect from a Shikari show.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome lights, really well done. A hella tight band.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't sort of seen them live for, well, at least sort of 9 years or so. It was really cool because I just double checked all the original lineup. You can tell they're a real close bunch of guys, they're all good mates, and they just looked like they were having the most fun.
Nice.
It was really cool. The sound was great. Actually saw a couple of our Thursday students there.
Oh, no way.
They were rocking out right at the front, yeah.
Sick.
And one of our students' mums who was enjoying it from the
Yeah,
sidelines.
it's just like, oh, good. She had
Yeah.
earplugs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had my earplugs in. Oh, actually, no, I took my earplugs out after a little while because it's not that loud. It's a really good level and a really good mix.
Okay.
And where the steps go up, and you're then in the kind of the surrounding the pit.
Yeah.
The way that goes is it accents a lot of low end, and you don't get as much top end.
Yeah.
So when you're sitting in that back bit, the kick drum just overpowers everything.
Right.
But because it's a decent volume, if you take your ears out, you get a bit more top end, and it's a bit clearer in
that's
the
cool.
sound. So yeah, it was really cool.
So you went in bareback.
It was a yeah. I was alternating.
Oh. Out then in, out then in.
There we go.
Yeah.
Nick Keeble was there.
Oh, great,
From
yeah.
Rena Rome, he was there rocking out. I went in to see him this morning, and sort of we were like, oh my god, fanboying because it was just a great show. And
so
yeah,
cool.
and it was damn cold on the way out, and had to wait like 15 minutes for my windscreen to de-ice.
Yeah, exactly. Just the heat of the excitement defrosted you.
Yes,
That's amazing. Well, it's
was
good
great.
to be able to just go to a gig without that thing of like, oh, I've got to be there for a specific time because I've got to set it up.
Yes.
It's literally, I want to get there so I can get a good place.
Yeah, yeah.
That's nice. That, and it's sort of, I think enough. A lot of the time, I think you'll find the audience at gigs a lot of the time is musicians.
Yeah.
You'd think it would be like a bus driver's holiday. We're
Yeah.
just like, oh, just going along to watch something. But I think a lot of the time you say, does anybody here know how to play an instrument? And they'll be like, 25 hands go up.
Of course, of course.
Yeah.
You say about like getting there nice and early. We did actually intentionally turn up a little bit late because we didn't want to wait in the queue.
No.
So it's like if we
Yeah.
get there about like 7:45, we might miss a bit of the first support. Although apparently we didn't miss much, they weren't great.
No.
But so we turned up a bit late so we could go straight in. So it wasn't as cold.
That's nice.
And it was
Smart ideas. Right,
yes.
Harley. Well, it's a wonderful, wonderful adventure.
Are you going to play some music?
Well, you did such a wonderful thing, Harley. You did things well done. Harley did stuff well done, buddy. Let's play some music, mate. We're going to play a track by this guy, Nunn. I've not seen him live. I've not heard his music, but he has an EP launch coming up this week. The EP's already out on iTunes, but I think he's doing a big showcase for it. So that's at Venue 77. We'll tell you where it is later on in the gig list.
Nice.
This song's called Off Guard. You get it on iTunes and stuff. Check it out. That was Off Guard by Nunn. Great shot. Great song, that. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got that sort of soulful neo-soul kind of, sort of flams on the keys, which I really like. That sort of makes it kind of late. Some really nice ducking on the kick there, which sort of makes the breathe a bit. But yeah, we were saying it's sort of got kind of a Sam Smith, James Arthur kind of vibe.
Yeah. But then still being his own thing.
Yeah,
Really nice.
exactly. Still quite original. So yeah, he's got a gig coming up this week at Venue 77. So check that out later on the gig list. What's that, mate?
Did you see if he was any relation to other musician Mr. James Nunn?
I couldn't find out. I
No,
couldn't
fair.
see it, but I don't think there's a likeness. So
No.
I don't know.
Never
Maybe
know.
there is. Anyway. What did I do? Some things. So I'm going to talk about them and stuff. So, we had a gig last night. No, not last night. Whoa. Bang. We had a gig Saturday night, which was a private party. So that was at the Felixstowe Sailing Club. You played there before?
No, but we've just had a gig come in for there actually.
Ah,
Yes.
interesting. Because I did put the name behind there a little bit.
Oh, you did.
While
Oh,
back.
there we go.
But it was because it's the same guy that used to run the Grosvenor, Colin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, years back. I'm not sure how long ago it's been since he left, but yeah, it's a nice place. I like it. It's got sort of bar and also an events area, and they've done a lot of stuff there with when it was the Felixstowe Ferry Fest that my mum helped put on.
Ah, yes.
So they're hopefully going to do that again this year. But yeah, it was nice. It was sort of standard kind of party. It was Phil's retirement party, Phil Piss, and and it was kind of great because everybody was already drunk
Oh, that's always
by the
good.
time we started playing, and they gave them curry. So I don't know, drunk curry eaters, or maybe the curry affected it a bit.
I don't know what allegations you're making here.
Well, we got curry. We got given curry, mate. It was great.
Oh, nice.
It was a buffet.
A buffet.
Oh,
Nice.
Jimmy Buffett. So, waiting patiently in line and eating food and stuff like that. Sit down and Murray's like, I'm having another poppadom. Goes up, cuts the queue, nicks the last poppadom.
Oh!
Comes back, he's like, I'm sure there's more. He was like, I feel like a horrible poppadom thief. And I was like, poppadom thief. I'm in trouble, thief. Poppadom thief.
That's amazing.
That tickled us for the rest of the night. And then we also had that song stuck in our head. I don't think Madonna actually wrote that song to be talking about poppadoms. There was another little thing. Murray hates faff. So if you're like carrying, if you're making multiple trips to carry something that could be carried in one, he hates that.
Yeah.
If you're like cabling something wrong, if you've got a long cable but you couldn't be bothered and you connected like more than one cable, he's like, it's faff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So at the end of it, Rainer's listening in. He likes Papa Dom Thief.
Next week's jingle.
Papa Dom Thief. So at the end we sort of got everything out, and I was just going to make a last idiot check. You know the idiot check. If anybody hasn't heard the idiot check, it's just going back around to make sure you haven't left anything behind. So I said I've just got a couple of things left just to check back. He's like, oh, just some last minute gubbins. Yes, he said some faffy gubbins. I was like, who's Faffy Gubbins?
That's
my nan.
Faffy Gubbins.
Oh, it's Miller. She's 90. 90 years old, Faffy Gubbins.
That's the name of my next D&D character.
It is. This is just really clumsy character. So that was nice. Just a little gig. Just a one gig. Been teaching all week. Teaching some new songs to my kids at Moorland. We did a little ukulele version of Three Little Birds by Bob Marley, which was really cute because some of them, it's just trying to teach them about syncopation, offbeat rhythms, and also just sort of, because they all knew that song, like, don't worry. And I was like, you got to sing that to your parents, just if they're down, because they'll love that if you've got ukulele at home. So we had some new songs for the Rock Project as well, which was quite fun to do. I've been writing some stuff as well, just for this new album that I'm writing, and there's stuff going ahead for just ideas for the moment, so I'm going to take them to the guys in the Lockabillies, Rainer, Murray and Rich, to see what they think about them. I've also got a new regime where I'm practicing at least sort of an hour every day, rather than just
dedicated practice.
Yeah,
That's
like actually
good.
They're not just noodling over stuff, because a lot of time you can just pick up your instrument and just be like, I'll just play what's good. So what I've been enjoying doing has been transcribing stuff, and transcribing solos from instruments that aren't guitars. So I'll be listening to like Charlie Parker, sax player, and play along to that. I've been transposing some bass solos from a Shuggy Otis track. Just anything that sort of, it's got a tone. I can't really transcribe a drum solo. It's quite difficult, really.
Although I do like. What I do love when you see the videos of drummers playing along to speeches.
What I found out, nobody works here anymore.
It's genius.
It's great. There's that one from Always Sunny in Philadelphia that always gets shared around.
Yes,
it's wonderful, isn't it? Charlie talking about. But so I think that's because I need to practice what I preach. So whenever I'm telling my students, at least practice at least half an hour a day or something like this. Yeah, and I'm sort of thinking, when's the last time you practice? I play guitar every day, but is it practice? Ish. It's like just having an instrument in your hand doesn't mean you're practicing. It's practice is really ironing over the things you're not good at. So I've just been going over things like that. It just like when you sort of go, I've completely forgotten the name of it, but when you go up scales and steps, so like
sort of up and down.
So you go up 3, back 2, up 3, back 2, up 3, back 2. I've been doing that on scales that I'm just not as confident on. Sort of like Dorian flat 5 or something like this. Some modes that I'm just kind of like, I never use them, but I need to train my fingers to just work outside of my brain sometimes. Because
then you've always got that fear when you're doing like and you see it with a lot of like young or musicians, guitarists who are new to doing solos, and they start just by going up the scale.
And then
and that's such a like a go-to when you're first starting out.
If you really want to learn the form, go back and back and back, and just you mess around with it a bit.
And skip notes and,
and figure out some passing notes as well. Just sort of like, it's like a lot of bebop soloists will go up the arpeggios, but they'll add little chromatic passing notes in so that they land back on the one. Yeah. It's really interesting. I had a horrible submission to do last Thursday. I had... basically, I've been applying for Start East funding for ages, just to help with sort of furthering the band's career a bit, and I've been doing it since I've been doing it since 2017. I figured this out. It's a year and a bit that I've been trying to get funding, and it's just not happened yet. So I had a last ditch attempt last Thursday, and didn't find out until a couple of days before that I had a lot to give in. So I had to revamp my business plan. I had to do a new marketing plan. I had to submit all my financial records. I had to really outline a timeline of how this project would work, etc.
Wow.
So we're going to talk more about this later on, but it's just about
Yeah.
how important it is for bands to be on it with their business acumen. But the most important news that came out of last week absolutely devastated me. Some of you guys that are listening might remember one of my old bands, Stratosfire. And we played for years. We used to be Kismet.
Yeah.
And which Harley and I gigged with that years back. And but the lead singer, Mikey Adkins, he lost his fight with cancer last Tuesday. He was 36, and he has 2 beautiful children, and we miss him sorely. He's a wonderful, wonderful guy. It's just absolutely awful. He's the best friend to my big brother. So he used to come round and we just used to hang. It wasn't always just a music thing. He stayed with my mum a bunch of times because, when he was in between places, or because he used to live in a caravan, he used to have to, so that you wouldn't have to pay tax.
Oh,
he would sort of crash on the couch. He was just an awesome guy. He'd do anything for you. And my brother is absolutely distraught. I miss him, and I can't imagine how my brother's feeling right now. So I just wanted to send love out to his family and just say that we're thinking of you. There is a GoFundMe campaign going on Facebook at the moment, which I shared because as he was so young, he was 36. He doesn't have this great pension that he can pay out. He's not got this, backstop that the family can be like, okay, well, at least, we're sorted for the future. No, he's relying on the people to help out with donations.
Yeah.
So we are really relying on people that listen to the show to go along to the GoFundMe campaign. We'll share it on the page and to help them out. Because Mikey, we loved you. We miss you a lot. And we had some really, really, really good years playing together. So I want to play one of our songs, which hasn't been on the radio for ages. This one is one that Mikey wrote, and we actually recorded it with Ian Crow from Amblin Man Records. Yep. In 2009.
Wow,
so, yeah. Amazing, right? So check this out. This is Inside of My Head by Stratosfire. R.I.P. Mikey.
Inside of my head, all this talk of life and death is breaking my heart. I don't worry 'cause you're inside my head. Inside of my head. Inside of my head now, baby. Inside of my never forget how you made me feel when I was down. I feel you inside of my head. Every day I see the world falling apart. yesterday. Every day I see the world falling apart. I don't worry 'cause you're inside my head, inside of my head, inside of my head now, baby. You're inside of my head, inside of my head, inside of my head now, baby. Oh, I feel you inside of my head. People say when you live, it's life you stay with me inside of my head.
That was me back in 2009 with the wonderful Mikey Adkins singing there. I was on guitar, the first solo. Ben, my big brother Ben, was the last solo there, and there was Murray Collins and Ashley Paul on the drums. So yeah, I'm gonna have to let go of that now. News. I'm not gonna play the jingle.
No, let's not.
Oh God! After that, Article 13. We've talked about that on this show before with Raina Vandell.
Yeah.
And it's interesting stuff 'cause it's all about rights in the music industry and a lot of the the sort of creative industries as a whole. So Article 13 has been voted down. Member states of the EU were due to gather in Romania to approve the latest draft version of the EU copyright directive, but instead 11 countries, Germany, Italy, Belgium, the Netherlands, Finland, Slovenia and others, reportedly voted against it. So many citing concerns over the Article 13, as well as the similarly contentious clause Article 11 dumped the link tax. It's just basically taxing people that like Zelda. The directive's scheduled approval was outright cancelled as a result. They were supposed to be meeting up today, I believe, to actually sign it into law or whatever.
Right.
And no.
Got shut down.
Shut down completely. If a compromise on a new draft can't be found before the end of February, however, the legislation faces an uncertain fate and could even possibly be scrapped. So the entire thing could be gone because of like 2 articles from that.
Right.
So it's not great, not looking great for rights holders.
It's a really weird thing because you've got YouTube are talking about how it's a bad thing. It's, I mean, they were spending money on adverts to us to tell us to go against it. Yet it didn't really I know people on online and stuff call it have said it class it as the meme tax,
right?
Because you've got these people who own the rights to pictures that have become memes that are being shared around everywhere, and it's like, well, surely they deserve something, and Article 13 would stop that sort of thing from happening. Yeah,
exactly. YouTube actually has been accused of carpet bombing propaganda by the BPI, the British Phonographic Industry. Tactics in the latter's fight against the Article 13, suggesting that the Google Alphabet platform is trying to scaremonger the EU into reversing decisions, which might have actually worked if you think about it.
They've probably got more influence on the masses than because YouTube. I mean,
Especially more than the EU sometimes.
yeah,
Right?
YouTube is the second biggest search engine. No
Yeah.
one really thinks of it like that, but it is a massive search engine. So a lot of people just do
It's
a
huge,
lot of their
isn't it?
research via it.
It's been lobbying as well for it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just been sitting there just talking to us. It's been talking to lawmakers and legislators.
right.
So, it's crazy. It's funny because BPI has been a massive critic of YouTube because obviously there would be. However, YouTube Music meanwhile has just been unveiled as a key sponsor of the UK industry's annual tentpole event, the Brit Awards, which is owned by the BPI.
Right. Okay.
So there's just this interwoven intrigue going on.
Interesting. That's okay. Right.
So
Cool.
what are they going to do? So I don't know what's going to happen with that. I mean, Article 13 was a good thing for rights holders, not a great thing for content providers, which a lot of the time I find the musicians are both of those things nowadays. They're both, coming up with the content, so owning the rights to it, but they still want people to watch it.
Yeah. They're part of that almost distribution of that content.
Maybe it'll just push more people just like, if you're going to be putting something up, you kind of only use your own music, or I mean, you still get Creative Commons, copyright free music through YouTube. So
there are people on Reddit saying that it will push more original content, which will be good because a lot of Reddit is people posting the same things over and over again.
Yeah, meme.
Yeah, that's where the term meme comes
Yeah,
from.
like Beaker from Sesame Street.
Yeah.
I like meme.
Yeah. So I remember hearing about the etymology of the term meme, and it's brilliant, but I can't remember what it is.
It's Richard Dawkins, it's about mimesis.
That's it.
Yeah, it's funny because Richard Dawkins, like the great anti-theist,
Yes.
is like, sort of almost created his own religion.
Totally has.
So that's just some stuff that I think that you guys should know about. If you like Article 13, if you're not happy with Article 13,
It'll be interesting to
please let us
see
know.
how where that goes in the next sort of 6 months, because if
We've got a month, February. It'll be next month if it's not done then.
Right. Okay.
Then that whole thing will be scrapped, and there'll be a new copyright directive brought forward, I expect.
Wow. So that's a
wow. Right,
There.
Ellen Wilson. Let's get on to the fan report back this morning.
jingle.
Holly, do you think
No.
it is essential for a band or a musician to have a business hat on?
Yes.
Yeah?
I think it's very important.
Cool,
Well,
thanks, guys.
actually, I'm going to contradict. Depends what you do with a band.
Uh-huh.
I know bands who just go out, have fun, do their thing,
Mm-hmm.
and that's fine for them. But I guess they don't need to do. They don't need to have that. They might not feel the need to have that business hat on because they're purely getting up on a stage and performing in front of people because it's something they enjoy doing.
Yeah, exactly. I think it is important to be able to just separate your work life with your free time. But I don't know. I think I've been in bands before where it's been just so willy-nilly as to who books the band, who gets paid for certain things, what time you show up, and they're all kind of business practices.
They're
that
job
you
roles.
need. Yeah, they're job roles, exactly. And it's just so there's been times when because you were expecting somebody to do a job, but you weren't talking to them to do that job in a way that was that was kind of professional or anything. That person either hasn't done that job, so then somebody gets really annoyed and it causes pressure with the band, and then people leave, and then they did certain jobs that that people didn't know how to do and stuff. So it's like a company. You got to run a band or a musical career like a business. I mean, even on something like earlier I said about getting funding.
Yeah.
I needed so much information. I don't think a lot of bands realize that they can get funding.
You wrote a business plan for a band.
Mm.
And when you explain it, that makes sense. But a lot of people just go, why do I... what is your plan as a band? Well, we want to play gigs. Well, how are you going to do that?
Mm-hmm.
It's just...
Well, you got to actually go through your actioned plans. Actually thinking about goals, objectives, smart SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Certain things. Look at the competition locally, and look at what you're not doing right now that you can do better.
Yeah.
Certain things that they apply to a printing ink company, as well as a band. I was thinking about having accounts and invoicing. I mean, it's huge because you can get really stung if down the line people find where's this 50 quid come from? like every once in a while, and it's amounted, it's pushed you over a tax threshold.
Yeah.
You know, you need to do it. Having rights. Have you joined the MU yet?
No.
This is going to be an ongoing joke on the Harley and Josh show.
I had fully intended on doing it.
You can join for £1.
Yeah, but
You lucky man. I pay like 16 quid a month or something.
Yeah, I was going to do it when I was away, but the internet in every hotel was terrible.
Funnily enough, when you're working for OpenReach.
I know, right?
Anyway, so I was thinking about getting found and promoted. I find this like the amount of times that I'm looking for bands to play on the show, and I get so frustrated when they're just not planned out their Facebook page, their website properly at all, and it takes me ages just to find some music by them. Like, you know, they'll have a great picture of them or something like this, but there'll be no link as to where I can hear them, or a music video, or showing where they're gigging.
In talking Facebook and stuff and marketing as such, I chatted with Nick earlier and we were talking about various things, and he actually complimented the Harley and Josh show for having really good social media, and that's something you're really good at. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say this publicly. When it comes to our social media, that is all you.
It's not all me.
I am
about 95%.
98. I am terrible at social media. I don't like social media. I don't enjoy it as a platform.
They're watching me eat, man.
Yeah, well, that's what Instagram is.
Yeah. Live.
Yeah. I don't enjoy it. I probably wouldn't have Facebook if it wasn't such an easy way to promote music and stuff like that.
Of course, man.
It's not something I enjoy doing. However, it's something that it was pointed out with Chart Attack that we have to promote our gigs as much as possible. And we need to try and promote ourselves when it comes to getting bookings and such like that. And our agency messaged us and gave us loads of resources of things we can do to help sort of get gooder at that.
Good word.
Get gooder.
Yeah.
So
that's helpful.
It really it's something I need to step my game up on, but then it's also something I'm really not passionate about.
Yeah.
So that is a hard part for me, but then that's maybe something that we could offset onto some of the other band members who are better at it
exactly.
than I am.
I mean, it's just certain things, like you say, it's got to have sort of departments, just like you have a PR department, you have a marketing department, you have an accounts department. You know, it can really help. I mean, in the Lockabillys, I'm all of those departments all in one, so things fall by the wayside. But if you don't have that, you know, hierarchy of a dictator in your band, it's good to, like you say, spread it out a bit.
So you're employee of the month.
Always. Yeah, exactly. I've got a great big sort of portrait of me above the wall.
Yes.
And it's just like, and I've got a mustache like Big Brother. Planning release schedules as well. So it's product development. Your album is a product, or if you haven't released anything, your live show is a product. You know, you've got to think about, you know, how to plan that out, exactly when you're going to be gigging in certain places, to get the maximum kind of return on your investment, which you have made an investment in your band. You've bought gear for it. You've bought tickets in these stupid venues that ask you to buy tickets. Blah, blah. What else have I got? Getting paid, rights. I mean, the Lockabillys is the first band that I've been in where I have bothered with rights, and it has really helped me out of just sort of getting every sort of quarter I get at least 30 quid just on performance rights. Yeah. I mean, there's way more that I could be doing for that, but, you know, I could get at least 20 quid each show that I play, where we play our own songs, because it's just, you know, that if that venue has a PRS license, then you can be paid for playing the songs that you own.
Right.
There's everything you can do. You can do that on Centric Music. It's a website where you sign up to it and you put down what gigs you're playing and what songs you're playing, that if they're your own ones, and they send that away, and then you can get your PRS money. Do
you claim rights on the jingles that we play on the radio show?
I don't know. I'm not sure if they're long enough.
No.
I think it's usually supposed to be at least 30 seconds or something.
Oh, that's a shame.
But yeah, I mean, I think all I'm saying is business really works when it comes to actually getting out of the garage after you've written the songs and after you've practiced and just had a hang and had a good time with each other. After that, it's business. Yeah. If you bring business too much to the songwriting or to the sort of the band dynamic, you know, how your mates, just doesn't make sense. I mean, I try my hardest with the band to not make them feel like they are employed by me.
And that's something I do struggle with, actually, when it's kind of like, you need to tell someone to sort of up the game, or be a little bit more snappy on a pack down or stuff like that. But I don't want to be the guy that says all of that, and then I'm the bad guy, or then I'm no longer their friend. I'm then a work guy, and I'm trying to avoid that, and it's not easy.
Exactly. So I think it's a good way. It's a good way to separate the creative process and you guys hanging out with, actually getting down to booking stuff. Yeah. And that way you can be much more clinical and, tell somebody when they're doing a bad job. But anyway, what do you guys think? You can tweet us at Harley C.
Yes.
At Lockabillies. We're on Instagram, and we're all over the place. And comment on our Facebook page and let us know what you guys either think or what you want us to talk about. What do you want from us? What do you want? Oh my God! So yeah, let's talk about what's going on in our local stuff. Time for music stuff, which is the whole show.
Yeah.
Not a lot going on this week, mate.
No.
Not a lot going on this week.
I ain't got anything on at all.
Not gigging?
So, no, I have... It's me ma's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, mate.
I feel I should be more scouse with that. It's me ma's birthday.
Jenny, please. Sorry. You can record it and give it to her. Jenny, please, have a good birthday. Put your mother on the phone. So yeah, I've got a show in Brightlingsea, just like a little private party thing on Saturday.
Nice.
Which will be fun. With the whole band as well, so I've got all my boys. January 24th, we've got the Undiscovered Contest solo heat in Colchester. That's all going on at Three Wise Monkeys.
Sweet.
That's a bunch of stuff. Checked all the artists out. There's some promising stuff going on there, so if you want to see some new undiscovered talent, there is Sparrowhawk, Jodie Campbell, Adam Duffield, Libby Reid, Backroom Stereo, Jen Irving, and Matt Selly. That's on Thursday at 7:30.
Awesome. I've got here 25th of January, Tea Time Tunes at the Falcon.
The Talcum.
Sorry, Tea Time Tunes at the Falcon.
That's too much.
Tea Time Tunes at the Falcon.
Who's playing?
That is Rob Last Gunfire playing at the Falcon. So
I got an invite to that today.
Yes,
so nice.
so that is on January 25th.
January 25th. Yeah, check that out. The Falcon, that's old Bowman's, isn't it?
That is,
yeah, near Music World. January 25th, we've got Connor Nunn. So who we played earlier
awesome,
with Off Guard. He's got a great sort of EP and album coming out. So that is at Venue 77.
Yep.
This Friday at 7. There's still some tickets, so if you check out his Facebook page.
Nice.
Yeah, that'd be good. Nice and chill step, trappy vibes.
Sweet.
What else we got? We got January 25 that Friday. We got Berry Sound Heat 1 at the Hunter Club with
nice.
Kayanos are actually sort of headlining it. I looked at the band lineup. We've got Red Glass and we've got Lemon Days. I've forgotten some of the other ones, but yeah, it'll be good. It'll be a nice big mix of there's a metal band playing and there's some sort of shoegazy stuff.
Sweet.
Lemon Days.
Awesome.
Very gaze. So what else you got?
I've got a couple of bands on Saturday. We got Doctor and the Epics playing at the Halberd Inn, which used to be
Halberd.
What's it called? That place, McGinty's.
Cool.
That's now reopened as the Halberd Inn.
I've not been there since.
Halberd Inn.
Halberd.
The big axe in
It's
it.
the name of my butler.
Is that what Halberd is?
Halberd.
It's a big axe.
Wipe me.
Okay. We've also got Shoot the Glass at the Black Horse as well.
Nice.
So they're awesome band.
And that's on Friday?
That's also on Saturday.
Saturday.
Yep.
Cool. We've got live music with Hurricane Wolves. Not heard of them before.
Nice.
Their feet Banco. That is Friday 9 o'clock at the Trimley Sports and Social Club.
Sweet.
I couldn't tell whether they were an originals band or a covers band. It says their love of original rock. Again, this is one. Sorry, guys, to call you out on this one, but it was a bad Facebook page. Sort out what your about section and stuff.
Yeah.
Put some info on there or a video or something. Yeah.
It could just be a podcast where they talk about original rock and appreciate it. I mean, it's that unspecific.
No idea what they're into.
I've got some Sunday music. If are we on to Sunday yet, or have you got some more?
No, we've still got some stuff on January 26th.
Fire away.
That is the Family Music Workshops, so you can go and learn an instrument if you wish.
Nice.
At the Gainsborough Community Library up near my ends.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's Saturday at 1 o'clock. There's loads of different instruments you can learn there. They've got and it looks like there's going to be a slight sort of Afrobeat and reggae kind of theme going on. So yeah, that'll be loads of fun. Yeah, sorry, that's Sunday. What you got going on?
So we've got James Morgan.
I've got that down as well, yeah.
Yeah, playing at Isaac's.
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. It's great. I haven't seen James play in a long time, but he's a really, really great songwriter and a really fun performer as well.
Quickly before we go, that's the end of the gig list, guys.
Right.
Before we go anywhere, your favourite mention on the
yes.
Facebook game, what was yours?
I need to check through. I haven't read through it.
Yeah, so I mean, there's been some really great ones.
Actually,
I chose The Wall by Pink Floyd, but what were you saying?
my favourite suggestion that we had was Rob Lewis came up with War of the Worlds.
Oh, great, yeah, Jeff Wayne,
Which is
great.
Absolutely awesome.
I didn't think about that one. That's a really good
No.
idea.
That's one that does. I forget how awesome it is.
Yeah,
I was saying earlier that some of my favourite albums are concept
yeah,
albums.
top 5.
Yeah,
Was it Haken?
Haken, the Mountain,
Right,
Fear of Blank Planet, Porcupine Tree,
amazing.
The Raven That Refused to Sing.
I've not heard any of these albums.
Oh mate, check them out.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Raven That Refused to Sing by Stephen Wilson. War of the Worlds is definitely on there.
Yeah,
And there's many other ones that I can't think of right now, which are
Amazing.
equally as awesome. But that's kind of, there are some really good ones out there.
thanks for being involved in that, guys. We do that every single week, Saturday or Sunday, depending when I can remember. So yeah, it's on our Instagram as well. Next week we've got a special guest coming in. We've got Angel.
Yes, we
Freeman
have.
coming in. She will be performing with Monster Florence on the Friday of Independent Music Venue Week next week. Huge. So we're going to be talking about that. And yeah, if you've got something else that you want us to talk about, let us know. But before then, we have an exclusive first play, Harley.
Yeah.
An exclusive first play. This is the perks of this. This isn't actually released yet. Polly Haynes has got a new single coming out. That's February 2nd, so it's not even this weekend. It's next weekend. That'll be coming out on Spotify. It's the last of the tracks that they recorded with Tom Donovan,
Yep.
including Pulling Me Backwards. That's my favourite one. I like that one. But this one's really interesting. They're all got a different vibe and flavour to them.
You're saying as if you've already heard them, but this is the first play.
Oh, sorry. This is the first play.
This is awkward.
Polly sent this to me, and I was just overjoyed. Thank you, Polly, for sending this over. Keep your eyes peeled on her page, and on our page. Thank you very much, wonderful people. This is Love's Fire by Polly Haynes.
Bye.
The battle's won.